everyone, Senrai Kai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 12th and final episode of the second season of Mushoku Tensei. Now, last episode we do have Sylphie and Rudy alone and very much set up for the big scene, right? For so long it seems like little Rudy has been on the fritz, but by the end of this episode I'm pretty sure little Rudy will be in the fits, so that's something to look forward to for sure. Like, this is what it's all been building up to, like the research coming here, the researching the teleportation incident, meeting back up with Sylphie. This really is what it's all been culminating into in our final episode, so I'm pretty excited to get into it. So I'm going to do that. So let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. And there's the cave of wonder. Whew. So yeah, this could be quite the spicy episode. Yeah, just the no glasses, such an improvement. Yes, she's changed so much. She's become such a reliable senpai. How could you ever think that was a boy? You know, maybe this one won't run away afterwards. We can hope. There we go. And there it is. How long has she been waiting for that? How long have I been waiting for that? Yeah, we know what the next step is. I mean, I can't get too much detail on it on family-friendly YouTube, but we all know what is about to commence. It's like his second time. Oh no, that's not a problem. Don't even... I definitely did not mean it that way. And could you imagine taking the Alps first time? Oh no, don't tell me it's not... Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Come on, Rudy, you had one job. On the fritz and on the fifth at the same time. It's just the beginning of the episode. We just gotta give it a little bit of give it some time. I'm sure Sylphie can help it along. I've seen my fair share of hentai. I know methods you can do to get things jump started. But they're definitely not gonna do that to me in the final episode. They wouldn't dare. Not after all I've waited. I mean, it's literally my birthday, and I'm spending it watching this anime. You better give me what I want. I mean, you could try putting a red wig on her. Being Rudy is suffering. Yeah, if you can't get it up for Sylphie, there is definitely something wrong with you. Go back to normal. Yeah, she meant the no Keigo. Imagine translating Keigo as fancy talk. I guess it's not wrong, but... It's a fair question, but yeah, not easy to answer. I mean, we've seen how she can be when she gets mad. Tried my best. Yeah, I can only imagine how excited she got seeing that. Because he didn't even know that she was alive, you know. So it goes both ways. I know, right? Yeah, that was kind of his bad. What, did it just go up? We must learn to control the beast. He's just imagining, like, sucking on that ear. Oh, wait, that's just me. Don't tell her I said that. The episode's not over yet. I'm not gonna abandon faith. Not yet. Even though it was another case of him not being able to perform, it definitely was not as bad as with Sada, was that her name? That definitely ended more negatively. Hey, Ariel. Yeah, it could have gone better. I mean, Rudy. That wasn't the issue. I mean, Rudy's never been one to shy away from taking off someone's clothes. Specifically her clothes. Just spreading that around, not sure he'd like that. uh, that's gotta sting. Good thing he wasn't here to hear it. Yeah, us men gotta stick together. Yeah, definitely was not expecting Luke to speak up here. Diffident, that's a word. My boy here, he empathizes. Definitely the sort of thing a woman could understand, that's for sure. Because, a girl can perform whether she's in the mood or not, technically. She just had to show up. That should be something. Oh, I would love for you to try them on me. It's a good question. You do your best, man. I guess we get a little bit of a sneak peek at what the less important characters are up to in the meantime. I'll go. She is quite the expert over here. By the end of this episode, I'm going to want to have a sex scene with her, too. Okay. Okay, that's not okay. I feel like they're just making up words. That's... Well, that's your problem. Like, I'm not big on short hair myself, but she's still really cute. Didn't we have one of those, like, early season 1? Like, bought at the marketplace? I remember, because that was actually where I learned the Japanese word for aphrodisiac. But this is a real emergency. Never actually thought about using aphrodisiac for Rudy. I should have, because it's been introduced into the show. Rudy doesn't need that. And just holds you back. As long as it happens, that's kind of where the bar is now. But the more the episode goes on, the more faith I have that it is going to happen by the end of it. It's not just a cope, I swear. Coins? Okay. Can I have some money? I have a Patreon. PayPal link I can give you. I wish you the best of luck, Sylphie. Okay, so how is this gonna go? I mean, we couldn't really be much more equipped if we tried. We are battle ready right now. To get Rudy battle ready. I'm sure they're so excited about this. With a non-elf, no less. Because I did hear about that mistranslation last episode about not showing skin to other races. Just to clarify. Just out with it. Hey, it's Sylphie. Well, Fitz version Sylphie. Sylphie Fitz edition, that's what I figured it'd be called. I'm here to date rape you. Please consume what I give you. I have my own cups. I'm not that much of a loser. She has so little faith in Rudy. Come by. That he does. Come on, Sylphie. The classic trick. Yes, yes it was. Oh, good times. Yeah, I still hate those kids. Gave her a nice bath. Oh yeah, I came here to get banged, I forgot. Must maintain focus on my goal. Essentially, yeah. Yeah, you should recognize that. Yeah, I wonder how much effect it will have. Just chug, chug, chug. Should I get undressed now? How fast does it work? Probably. Yeah, what's gonna be what's gonna be possible now? Too bad they don't have Viagra in this world. Okay. Okay. I mean, if this doesn't work, I don't know what plan B is. But definitely getting sweaty. Whew. Well, I don't know about Rudy, but I'm raring to go now. So yeah, how are you feeling, Rudy? And she's definitely ready to go. No more time for snacks or drinks. He's definitely, like, mentally ready. The only question is, will his body respond? That's always the big thing. Gaman Dekinai indeed. Oof, belly's touching. It's pretty lewd. Oh my god, Sophie. That it's up there with Eris's line. Uh, don't cut away, damn it. Well, at least tell me how it went. Did you just pass out? Wouldn't surprise me, but I need answers. Well, that's not good. Girl's gone again the morning after. I mean, because if you want to talk about trauma, if that happened to him twice in a row, that would, yeah. He would never get it up again. Not even if you injected him IV style with the strongest aphrodisiac. But I'm sure she's around somewhere, maybe under the bed. Oh, that's a good sign. Or we spilled some wine, one of the two. I'm gonna go with it being a good sign. But yeah, he really did not want to wake up alone again. Are those Sophie legs? Those better be Sophie legs. Yes, they are. Oh, thank God. Why were you not here? I was so scared. I'm sure they were. Yeah, thank you for not leaving me. You don't know how much this means to him. I mean, she's not gonna complain about the hug. Yeah, she would never leave you. Nothing short of a mass teleportation event would cause that. I mean, you know, if his issue's fixed, then he's gonna make the most of it. And it seems like it is. Sylphie is a cure we all need. Thank you, Sylphie. What more could needs to be said? How much time do we have left? Okay, a little bit. Yeah, he knows a decent. Well, she knows a decent amount about him, considering they haven't yet really, you know, interacted. She was so good. I could bang you too, if that's what you want. I'm raring to go. Oh yeah, that was a thing in season 1, wasn't it? Philip, want to say his name was? Ask him about it. Wow, what a reaction. So I gotta find the mother. That's still a big one. Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, he has his ED cured now, so what's his next step? Well, no, we're bringing her with us. Now that they've done it, she's now, you know, she's now part of the Rudy harem, right? There we go, straight to the point. Straight to it. Wow, I respect it. Okay. I mean, Sylvie's not gonna have any objections to that. But I definitely respect Rudy for that. They consummated their love, and now it's time to, you know, complete it. There we go. I mean, can't get as far as happy endings go. It doesn't get much better than this. Again, I'm not sure how Eris is gonna feel about any of this, but I guess she'll be happy as wife number 2 when we find her again. But if he marries Sylvie, aren't people gonna wonder, you know, about the whole Fitz being a guy thing? You know, certain issues would rise up with that. But yeah, I'm glad we're just, shedding the glasses. It's almost like her mom and dad just giving her to her new husband. That's really what it felt like. Yeah, part 2. I mean, I figured there'd be more, so it's good to get confirmation at the end there. And a very nice end card, too. But, okay. Okay, that was the 12th and final episode of the 2nd season of Mushoku Tensei. At least part 1 of Mushoku Tensei. And yeah, definitely a pretty good episode. There was a little bit of initial disappointment that Rudy could not perform during the first attempt. But I guess in the end, it kind of worked out because, I mean, you don't really want to do it in a cave for various reasons. It's not really ideal. So, you know, being able to do it properly on a bed, yeah, all things considered, I guess it is for the best. It was just, I was a little bit worried that we were just going to, you know, end out the season with it not happening. That was definitely a pretty strong worry that I had. I was kind of 50-50 whether or not we would do it or not. But the more they started to, like, you know, we had Sophie enlist help in this quest, right? Like the princess and everything, just yeah, just it's just kind of funny that she enlisted these people of all people to just help with this specific issue. But I'm also glad for Luke stepping up to, back up Rudy, right? Because it was just a room full of women. They couldn't really understand the situation. So I'm glad Luke was there. He definitely served a very important purpose. And yeah, he was pretty cool in that scene. Definitely the best he's been in the show so far. The most respect I've had for him. But yeah, we got the aphrodisiac going. And I'm glad that Ariel, was able to admit, her mistake and apologize and all that. So that's good too. So all around, everyone did pretty well by the end of that scene. Even a little bit of our background characters doing their best. They didn't really do anything important. We were just kind of reminded that they're there. So that's important. So yeah, we broke out the alcohol, we broke out the aphrodisiac, and if you use both those things and still nothing happens, it's probably a lost cause. Like, I legit don't know where you go if all that fails. But Luke did annoy me a little bit with some of the dialogue here. Like, Sylphie lacks a figure for feminine wiles. Like, I get where he's coming from. Unlike Ariel, who from a distance is very clearly a gorgeous female, like without any shadow of a doubt, Sylphie you do have to take a little bit of a closer look at to really see it, but it is there. I mean, if it's not his preference, I can respect that, but still, did not like some of the things he said in that scene. Like, if you see Sylphie smile at you, if you hear that voice, like, there's plenty of feminine there. Let's just say that. I think part of the issue is just because Sylphie has had this male Fitz persona for a while around Luke. I think some of that has kind of, I think that does kind of has developed a little bit of a bias from Luke, right? It's kind of affected how he perceives her. I think that's a little bit of the issue. I'm just gonna throw that in there as a factor, but yeah, we got our preparation set. Sylphie went over. She got the drinks set up for Rudy. Rudy provided the cups. They both drank. And I was definitely fingers crossed for a lot of this scene, hoping that it would actually work out, because it's just her last ditch effort. But it seems to have worked. I mean, they cut off, the classic like fade to black sort of thing before we really get started. And that was definitely my biggest complaint of the episode, is that I didn't show anything. Like, I wasn't expecting to, show as much as they did in that one Isekai Labyrinth harem show, right? I wasn't expecting that, but I was at least expecting to see, something, right? But they literally show nothing, so definitely the biggest disappointments in the episode, for sure. I'm hoping there's an alternate uncensored version to watch later, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up on that. That was definitely the biggest disappointment. But yeah, he woke up with nobody in the bed. That got me pretty worried, because yeah, that's one of the things. That's pretty much the whole root of the ED issue, is that Eris, his first love, first girl he did it with, after doing it with her, literally just left, right? So, and it looked like that was going to be what happened again, but I knew that wouldn't really be the case, right? Sylphie's not Eris. They're very different people, very, very different people. So that wouldn't happen, but still, he doesn't want to wake up alone like that. Like, I don't think Sylphie's really familiar with that whole situation, so I don't really blame her or anything, but she really should have stayed until he woke up. That really would have been much better. I mean, it did lead to a nice hugging scene, so I guess all is well that ends well. But yeah, very nice, sweet way to end off the scene. And then we had the stuff with Ariel, right? And he and Rudy just kind of declaring what he's going to do going forward. Like, Ariel using Rudy, and Rudy actually taking the proper next step with Sylvie, getting married to her and all that. And, next season will be, jumping back into the searching for family members things. Obviously, the mother, I'm pretty sure, is our top priority there. So, yeah, because this was just a sidestep from that, because the man god basically said, if you go here, you'll get your ED fixed and all that, and he had no idea why that would possibly be the case, but yeah, the existence of Sylphie being here, that was the reason why. So, glad that that's all settled. So, this might be the only show where we have a side quest of getting our ED fixed before searching for our mother. This is probably the only show where something like that happens. I would be willing to bet on that. But that is the show. That is what we're watching. That is Mushoku Tensei. Yeah, Sylphie Grey Rat. Could you imagine calling her that? It almost feels surreal, but but it's happening. It's happening. And the more I watch the show, the more I'm wondering about exactly what form the reintroduction of Eris is going to take. Like, she's going to show up eventually, right? She was even mentioned in the season. I think Cliff brought her up at least, so it was brought up at least once. And it's not as if Rudy has forgotten about her. I mean, he's taken a step forward, but it's not as if he just, like, he's washed his hands of her, right? Like, I'm sure if she showed up, he would still, like, yeah, like, she's wife number 2, okay? If she shows up, she will be wife number 2. Let's make that clear. He is a gray rat. He's his father's son. The wife number 2, right? So I just don't know when that will be. Will that be before or after he puts a baby in Sylphie? Because I wanted them to get pregnant at about the same time, so we could, have the 2 daughters raised together. But it's not like super important or anything like that. But yeah, I just want to know when exactly she's gonna reappear, because it'll be pretty exciting when she does. And it'll be interesting to see your interactions with Sylphie, because she hasn't even met Sylphie, right? They have literally not met each other, because Rudy met them both in very different locations. He literally left one behind to meet the other, and now he kind of left the other behind to meet the other one again. So, it's almost like they can't exist in the same room at the same time. But, so it'd be pretty crazy once we actually do get to that point where we do see them in the same room at the same time. That'll feel surreal. Because we basically swap them, more or less. Every time he leaves one, he finds the other. That's kind of funny. But yeah, like I said, the only real complaint was the fade to black on the important scene. Everything else, the episode was done really well. I even enjoyed the kind of the reminiscing, small talk we got before we really got started in the H scene. But because yeah, that's the value of a childhood friend right there. As you have those memories from the past that you can reminisce about, right? That's one of the big benefits. But yeah, I don't think I have too much more to say about the episode. Other than that, it was really good overall. But yeah, just all the really do left is to look forward to the next part. Go back on our adventure of looking for family members, and hopefully the mother is okay. Like, I think we've gotten a little bit of information about where she is, but I don't think we really heard much about her current situation, because I think I've always been pretty worried about that, because Paul looking for people, like, it wasn't uncommon for some of the victims of the teleportation incident to get involved, to become slaves, basically, because they're lost and confused in a foreign land and all that. So it can be a dark show sometimes, so I'm definitely worried about the state that the mother's in, because she was great, very nice, sweet lady. I still remember how excited she got when Rudy used magic for the first time. That big old silly grin she had. I just she's great. I mean, it's been so long since we've actually seen her. Like, we've seen Paul because Rudy already reunited with him, so we've got to kind of do that with him, but we haven't got that with the mother. So it's, as a result, it's been so long since we've actually seen her. And I imagine, there wouldn't be a fight the same way we got with Paul, because, Paul's Paul and the mother is the mother. I really should remember her name, but I don't. It's been too long since we've interacted with her, so the names kind of fell out of my head. But yeah, it's just, hopefully we get a really nice, sweet reunion between the two of them. Hopefully she's extremely happy to see Rudy again. Lots of tears, lots of hugging. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Like, Rudy, you've grown so big. You already have a wife. I'm so proud of you. You've come so far. It could be a pretty nice scene, potentially. So, like, just for so long, I feel like I've been really waiting for that. So, hopefully we can get that in part 2. I'm pretty sure we're going to get it in part 2. I'll be very disappointed if we don't get it in part 2. So, that's kind of where my hopes and expectations are right now. Right? And hopefully you can also impregnate Sylphie during part 2 as well, and she can be, and the child can be born. I'm hoping for that too, as part of part 2. That's not as crucial as getting the mother reunion in part 2, but I would like to get it in part 2. See the mother interact with her, grandchild, because that could be cool too. But we'll see what ends up happening. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this season. Like, I've definitely seen some negative opinions of it online. Like, I never really looked too much in depth. I've just seen mostly just like titles of threads and stuff like that, where people clearly were not the biggest fans of this season. But like, I really didn't have a problem with it. Like, I would definitely say I preferred season 1 more. I don't think there's too much of an argument on season 1 being better than season 2. Although, again, as we've only had, like, half of season 2, right? Like, it said part 1, so it seems to be doing the same sort of part 1, part 2 thing. So, right now, it's not a super fair comparison to compare the two, but as we stand right now, I definitely enjoyed season 1 a lot more. I mean, the whole turning point, going all across the world, Rudy meeting new people, having to survive in a strange land, interacting with other great characters, like that was some really, really good stuff. So I wish that sets the bar pretty high. And episode 1 has been very low on the exploration. We just had a little bit of adventuring, while Rudy was in depression mode, and then a little bit of school stuff while he tries to fix his ED, right? Those really aren't comparable to the sort of adventure we got in season 1. So as far as the excitement front, you can definitely see how that would be better. But part 2 should, like, I'm pretty sure he's going to leave the school very soon into part 2, right? Like, he's pretty much accomplished his goal. So the second half of season 2 should be more focused on the adventure. So hopefully by the end of that, it will be more of a fair comparison between season 1 and season 2. I still think I will prefer season 1 in the end, but it should be closer at that point. So I'm not a season 2 hater, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I'm just looking forward to seeing what more we get with season 2, right? So that's kind of where I'm at. That's all I got to say. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Please click the like button and support me on Patreon and all that if you want to help support the channel. And yeah, bye-bye.